Hello. Sorry about that. Having a few problems with my buttons here. I haven't been on my phone in quite a while. Hey, tonight we have a school board meeting. Also, will you make sure and let me know that you can hear me or not? I'm in my truck, and sometimes the connection between the truck and my phone will block my mic. But I just want to make sure and let you guys know that there's a school board meeting tonight. I'm sure you've seen a few posts. It's important that you be there. And the word on the streets is that there's not going to be a conclusion to the CRT banning, but the school board and the district needs to hear your voice about CRT. They need to hear your voice about the mask mandates that almost every now news agency, even the fake news is saying has some type of article or story about how the masks don't work and have never worked. BBC just came out with a story that says that the masks don't work. There's more stories about these vaccine mandates, how they are completely unnecessary for a public solution to this problem. If you individually want to take them for your own benefit, then that's all they're good for. They're not for helping us in a world type of pandemic or a public pandemic. There's nothing to show that they're even helping. As we all know, that with a vaccine, you can still get Omicron, or you can still get COVID. So they need to hear from all the parents. They need to hear from you. They need to see you there and to hear you speak when you can. The unfortunate news is that I won't be able to be there. My wife had tested positive for COVID yesterday, and she's fine. I'm dealing with something. I tested negative on 2 different tests over the last week. So I don't have COVID, but I have something. As you may be able to hear my voice, it's really scratchy and rough. You know, have the achy feeling and all that kind of stuff. So I probably just simply have the flu, and I don't want to come there and give any of you the flu, or else I for sure would be there. But those of you that are well and healthy, you need to be there. There's no excuse for not being there. And so I just want to encourage you to go there, grab 2 or 3 people that that have children in the district, or maybe if your mom and dad is the grandparent to your child that goes to the school, they should be there too, because they should also care about the health and safety and the education of their grandchild. So aunt and uncle maybe also, but they need to see a presence from the parents who care. There's also, what I understand, is a 6 o'clock informational meeting. Now they've gone from, I'm gonna go ahead and start driving home because I got to, and I'll stop looking at the camera. So excuse me for not looking at the camera. But I understand there's a 6 o'clock informational. It's 4:38 right now when I'm doing this live. But 6 o'clock, I just saw notice that there's a pre-meeting. So if there's somebody watching that knows about the information on that, feel free to post it in a comment on this live podcast. Sorry, my camera's going a little wonky. You're gonna have to see my hand here for a second. See if I can't straighten it out. There's one more setting that I can't get to, so I'm not gonna be able to do that while I'm driving. But so again, I guess there's a meeting at 6 o'clock. The thing about getting there for the 6 o'clock meeting, which means you should get there probably about 5:30, is that at least in the past, you've been able to stay inside and reserve your seat for the regular meeting. So I would say that there's a benefit of being there. Now, some of you can't because you've got work obligations, you have to get home, you got to feed the kids, you got to feed the dog and the cat, you got a lot of stuff to do. So I'm sure that there's some things that are going to keep you from being there. But if you can, I would say probably be there at about 5:30. And again, this is ever changing. In the past, you've been able to stay in or take or save your seat. You just are not, well, supposedly, you're not allowed to leave. If you leave, then they say you lose your seat. But people have left to go get water out of their car, or go talk to somebody out in the crowd that's outside and come back. But again, I can't. Everything's, they now have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 7 or 8 cops there, and 5 or 6 firemen, and the district people that are there, and everybody, has their own little thing that they like to throw their weight around. So who knows? You may be able to leave, you may not be able to leave, or they may make everybody leave as a new rule, and then you have to come back in, at the time the next meeting starts. Who knows? I'm just telling you what it's been like in the past, is that you've been able to go to that 6 o'clock pre-meeting, stay and reserve your seat for the main meeting, and that is what's been happening in the past. But again, I apologize. I was going to do everything I could to be there. I probably would get away with being there, but I know it myself that I have something, either a flu or a really bad cold, and I couldn't go there and morally and affect any of you and get you sick so you can't go to work or take care of your kids or have to be quarantined because you have all the symptoms of what would be considered a COVID. Now, again, I've tested negative on 2 different occasions in the last week. So as far as I know, I don't have COVID, but I do have something. And I've also been around somebody that has COVID. So it's probably best that I watch this one online, but I surely will send an email. That would be the other thing. The last thing I want to tell you before we wrap this up, and that is if you cannot be there, but do everything you can to be there. Be there at all cost. If you can't, then definitely send an email I send it to all of the school board members. I send it to all the district members now, and even a couple of the people that I see that are off there on the side. And I'm unfortunately, I can't think of her name right now, but both the ladies that sit near where we speak at the podium, I make sure that one or both of them get included in the email, because I think they assist the district and stuff. So I send an email to all of them about what it is that I'm concerned with, or any new information I may have about, the efficacy of masks and vaccines and all that kind of stuff. So if you can't be there, send an email, letting them know how you feel. Let them know one way or another, by your presence, by a sign, by talking at the podium, or by emails. Good sound, solid emails that have good information, references, and links to those things that support your position. And those are, I think, all important. And there you go. All right. So don't forget, school board meeting tonight, and a pre-meeting at 6 o'clock. So be there if you can. And if not, send an email. All right, my friends, enjoy. I can't wait to see what happens tonight and see what comes out of the meeting tonight. Looking forward to hearing all about it. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Take care. Bye.